And Tom Brady kind of hit on it. It was a clip going around last week. Tom Brady saying there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL. And let's
I
listen.
think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL.
Yeah.
I don't see the excellence that I saw in the past.
Why not?
And
why not?
I think the coaching isn't as good as it was. I don't think the development of young players is as good as it was. The rules have allowed a lot of bad habits to get into the actual performance of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think the product, in my opinion, is less than what it's been. I think I look at a lot of players like Ray Lewis and Rodney Harrison and Ronnie Lott and guys that impacted the game in a certain way. And every hit they would have made would have been a penalty. Your coach is complaining about their own player being tackled and not necessarily, why don't they talk to their player about how to protect himself? We used to work on the fundamentals of those things all the time. Now they're trying to be regulated all the time. Offensive players need to protect themselves. It's not up to the defensive player to protect the offensive player. A defensive player needs to protect himself. I didn't throw the ball to certain areas because I was afraid players were going to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality.
Wow.
I didn't throw it to the middle when I played Ray Lewis because you knock him out of the game, and I couldn't afford to lose a good player.
I kind of, without a doubt, 100% agree. You look at today's NFL with a lot of QBs flopping on hits. You're looking at guys who are, kind of flailing. They hit them hard. They lead with their shoulder, and it looks like it's a helmet to helmet. They get fined $40,000. They're trying to protect these guys. The blindside hits, I agree, should be taken out. But there's a lot of things, a lot of hits that you can't make. You can't leave your feet when you're making a hit. This is 100% correct. They're protecting a certain amount of guys so that way they, like a guy, perfect example. Kareem Jackson's been fined an absurd amount this year, I believe over $100,000. And all the hits he made were very legal hits. But because guys are trying to slide or they don't know how to protect themselves or they're not sliding in time, they're finding this man and suspending this man of games because he is playing football the right way. I think Tom, even at a point in his career, he took advantage of the rule change and he let that be in his favor. He let these rules that they knew they were changing into his favor. Even Tom would look for calls and say, and this is true. Tom will look for late hits. He will look for, if his wide receiver got hit the wrong way, and he would sometimes get those calls. And that's just the reality of it. The league has went more into the offensive league. They're trying to protect and keep QBs because guys like Deshaun Watson are out for the rest of the year, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins. They're trying to do their best to protect these guys and lead them on the field. And that's just the reality. I don't think that the league is trending the right way. And you kind of see it a little bit in college football. College football has been going downhill a lot. High school football has been going down the hill a lot, and it's just been streaming upwards. It's like a trail that never ends of bad football being played from high school all the way up. From the tendencies, the coaching has not been right. They haven't been teaching these guys, molding these guys into men, teaching these guys the fundamentals of what it means to be a player on and off the field, and that's just the reality of it. And it's leaking into the NFL, and it's just getting worse and worse. And I just don't think it's the same love and protection towards defensive players at that. So I 100% agree with Tom. I think there's players and there's teams that takes advantage of these rules. The fact that, a quarterback can run at you full speed one play and give himself up, and then the next time act like he's sliding, or you may think he's about to slide and he could juke out, and you go with the same energy and you hit him because you don't know if he's fake sliding or he is sliding. And you might get a penalty, and you might get a letter in the mail because you late hit this quarterback. I just think it's outright ridiculous. You either can hit the guy or you can't. I don't think there should be a in and out. There shouldn't be a certain rule where, if he gives himself up, you're playing football at full speed. You're not playing football at 50%. I think that's the reality of it. You're playing football to hit the other team and get your team in the best position to win. You're not worried about what this guy's doing. I can't focus on tackling this guy while I'm focused on, oh my gosh, this guy's sliding. I need to get this guy to the ground. So this is something that's mind-boggling to me. It's like very short gaps, and especially there's ones when the quarterback's throwing it out, you're pass rushing, you're clearing a guy, and just as you get there, you're hitting the QB, or you might try to sack him thinking he's still at the ball, and you could get a flag, and you could get a roughing passer. So guys are, almost scared, or you got to make sure the QB has the ball. That split second could be the difference if you're getting a sack or not. So I think this is the truth and the reality of this. But I 100% agree on what Tom Brady's saying.